Hello and welcome back. This afternoon, I am joined by Stephanie from DESTY. Hello, Stephanie.
Hi Louise, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. DESTY have just recently partnered with us. We met at a local conference and we talked and we found that we had a lot in common, same ethics, same morals, and the same desire to help children. And so today we're going to talk about DESTY. What does DESTY do and how could DESTY help the students in your school? So tell us all about DESTY. Give us a little bit of the history of how you got to develop DESTY.
Yeah, I trained as an educational psychologist, and for a number of years I worked in the Irish health system called the HSE Health Service Executive, working as an educational psychologist, working with families of children with complex needs and life-limiting conditions. And we dealt with a huge range of needs, a huge range of supports that were needed. And what I grappled with in my role was this idea that children were coming into me as a psychologist to do a piece of work over a set number of weeks and then going back to their families and back to their schools. And I just saw over the years the impact that I was having was minimal because it was just such a limited time and there was so much to be addressed. There was that, and there was also the young people coming in. The two sets that challenged me the most. One were those children that, schools will identify some of these children. They're the ones that are still, thank God, communicating through their behaviour with us, which may be challenging for us to manage. But
Right.
thank God they're still trying to reach out. And these are the children you hear pulling their hair out, banging their head against a wall at their wits' end, really just don't know what to do. And those children came to mind, and I really wanted to have something practical that I could give to people to support those children that we still had. But the other group of children, which actually concerned me more for a couple of reasons, are the children that we had started to shut down and we were
Yeah.
actually losing and we didn't even know. And these were the children that seemed to be fine. As somebody, a teenager, told a colleague of mine, fine meant feelings inside never expressed. And these
Okay.
are the children that internalize everything. And we know that the outcomes for them are far less good for them. We know the prognosis in terms of how they're going to develop is not good, and that the more complex issues that they develop at a later stage are much more difficult. So for me, I felt we were losing so many children, the ones that were already still engaging, but they were being maybe suspended or excluded, and those that were just sitting there but actually not engaging.
Right.
So this was the conundrum, really. How can I bring my knowledge and skills and what I feel I can offer to a wider group of people around the child, the network around the child, and how can we put something really practical in terms of the social and emotional skills that